Hey, what's up YouTube? My name's Wyatt Baxter and I wanted to talk with you about how to become a real estate agent. Becoming a real estate agent takes quite a while. Theoretically, you could just breeze on through it and become an agent in like a month or so, but typically it takes 6 months to go from wanting to become a real estate agent to finally getting your real estate job. In order to become a real estate agent, you have to do several things first. In order to get started, you have to be 18 years old, and you also have to be a legal resident of this country, either a legal alien or a US citizen. Additionally, you want to keep your criminal record clean, because they will perform a background check on you as you get started. Those are the bare minimum requirements to get started. That's easy peasy. What do I do next? I don't know what are the boundaries, like what criminal record would be accepted and what wouldn't. That is something that you'll probably have to look into more in depth, as it's probably a more state-by-state issue. Speaking of state-by-state, becoming a real estate agent is a state-by-state issue here in the United States. For this video, I'll specifically be talking about Texas because that is the state that I reside in. But if you either live in a different state or you live outside of the United States, then I would suggest looking up further information. In order to become a real estate agent in Texas, you'll need to get 180 hours of real estate license classes. These will typically range from contract laws to finances to basics about real estate. Personally, I would recommend the CE Shop. It offers classes that are online. They're easy to follow through, and you can easily go back and review the lessons that you have. One issue with these classes is that they will typically cost you money. Sometimes you can find discounts for these courses, but they will typically cost somewhere around $120 per course, give or take. Some companies can help you with the payment, including one of them known as Agent Advice. I used Agent Advice in order to help peruse through the different kinds of schools that are available. It's also where I found out about the CE Shop. Going through their list, they do offer cheaper forms of these classes. Agent Advice also offers a reimbursement program. If you are able to complete the courses in less than 6 months and have one interview with them, they will reimburse you with the entire payment. That's a really good deal. When you get into these courses, you'll want to study smart, not hard. Personally, I find just sitting reading the same thing over and over and over again to be dull and just not worth my time. Thankfully, with courses like the CE Shop, it offers a bit more interactive learning, such as offering questions afterwards and flashcards. Those are the kinds of things that help me out studying more. When studying, you'll want to find the thing that helps you study the fastest and hardest. Flashcards were really good for me, and writing down all of the terms and their definitions really helped me. If flashcards aren't your thing, there might be some YouTube videos about the subjects in the courses, so I would give that a look as well. After you complete the courses, you will take final exams after each of them, and then a final exam afterwards. These courses are paced at your leisure. You can either focus hard on them and study them like 10 hours a day, each and every day, or you can focus 1 hour a day every other day. It's really up to you. Although you can get these done in 6 months, you can complete them faster or slower if you want. I would recommend going for 6 months so that you don't go too fast that you miss everything and you don't go too slow that you miss everything. Once you complete the courses, you'll then have to go through a background check and submit your fingerprints. You can do this typically by going to the post office to submit your fingerprints and then compiling your background check through there as well. And once you get all that sorted, you can finally schedule for your test. Your exam will have 2 parts, one being national and one being based on your state. It's important to pass both of them in order to become a real estate agent. Personally, I wouldn't suggest sweating over it too much. As long as you study your courses as they are recommended, then you should be fine. Although again, this can be a personal thing, so if things are going harder for you, then I would suggest studying a bit more. If things are going a bit leisure, be careful when cutting out, but you can afford it if you feel overwhelmed. Finally, when you finally complete your exam and you pass both the national and the state exams, you will then become a registered real estate licensee. But of course, before you get too jiggity, you do need to find a sponsor. A sponsor is a broker, someone who's had a real estate license and a brokerage license for a long time and will supervise you as you become a real estate agent. That way you have a authority to help make sure that you don't do any bad things, and also someone that can help guide you. Typically just get involved, contact them, they'll set up an interview, and typically things will go smoothly. I would recommend that you go through the various different brokerages in your area so that you can find out which one is the best for you. Right, so I wanted to talk to you with some suggestions that I have that I would have preferred. I wanted to tell you guys some suggestions that I have for you if you're just getting started. Firstly, I recommend getting a part-time job while you are studying, or a job in general. The real estate courses do take a lot of money. Not only do you have to pay for the courses themselves, you also have to pay for the license, getting the fingerprints, you have to pay for the exam, and we'll have to rely on the money that you have as you become a real estate agent, because getting your first deal as a real estate agent may take you months. Generally, getting your first deal as a real estate agent can take you months. So it's a good idea to have a second job to work in order to help supplement you, or to work a job before and store up a bunch of money and use that in helping you pay. Personally, I worked at a Amazon job for about a year before this, and I saved up most of the money that I'm now using for my real estate job. But yeah, getting a part-time job can be really useful even after you become a licensed agent. Secondly, I would recommend that you attend open houses, at least after the midpoint of your studying in your courses. It will allow you to talk to agents when you get there and get their advice, tips, and experience that they have as being an agent. I found my brokerage, Remax, through one of these open houses. I was talking to one of the agents that I came by to one of the open houses that was just online, and I just decided to go there and talk with her, and I have my sponsoring brokerage because of that. A final thing I would recommend is something after you become an agent. It's to look for a mentor. There are several companies that offer mentorship programs, including mine, which has it mandatory. Studying all of the courses and stuff is really not enough to become a real estate agent. There is so much that is there that having someone there that can help guide you and mentor you through it is really important. If there's one thing that you take away from this video, I highly, highly, highly recommend that you get a mentor. Because if you just jump out there, you could very well just end up drowning with how much stuff there is to do. And I've been very thankful to have my mentor who has been helping me through my real estate career. If you have any questions, you can drop it in the comments. That's about everything. See y'all.